I think with the rise of the internet, there's become a democratization of storytelling, which I think is very good. I think it allows creatives to rise to the top.
Yes.
Obviously, we've seen that with Obsession and Backrooms.
Yes.
If these big studios, and I'm kind of including A24 in that, really lean heavy into the AI and don't learn their lessons of like, hey, the audience wants just good stories and original storytelling.
Yeah.
And they lean into the IP and the AI and all that. Bro, the YouTubers and people with cameras and way more creative ideas are going to just dominate in the next 20 years.
So this was supposed to be a full episode on the death of Robin Hood.
It's true.
We are going to talk about Death of Robin Hood.
Correct.
But then a story just broke recently.
And here at Stole My Line, we are ahead of the cultural curve all the time, always, which is why we posted Obsession 3 weeks late.
Yes. But I think it kind of ties in because Death of Robin Hood happens to be an A24 film.
True.
And this is an important story that just broke. And it's kind of a conversation that we've maybe danced around on the pod a little bit.
True.
But the whole AI in film conversation has leaked into A24, which there's been some uproar on the internet, I would say, because A24 has been a tentpole. We love creativity.
Yep.
So, well, I'll read kind of through a little bit of what the deal is, but Drew, instant thoughts on when you hear AI and A24 in the same sentence, how do you feel about that?
I don't hate AI. You might. I think we kind of disagree on this point.
I'm lower on AI than other people, but
I don't think AI should make a full movie, obviously. I think the beauty of movies is the human and like the storytelling and the human perspective. That's what makes movies cool.
yes.
To streamline like technological progress happens,
Yes.
which means people lose their jobs.
Yes.
This has happened with cars. This has happened with whatever.
Yes.
So if we're saying we use AI to streamline storyboarding and that's it,
Like,
I don't hate it. Is it unfortunate for
I don't think
storyboarders?
it's the craziest thing ever.
Like, I don't hate, like, when Adobe came out, or I guess Avid, when Avid came out with editing, and then paper and scissor and tape editors started to become obsolete. I'm like, that's unfortunate for you. I'm really sorry, like, truly. But also, technological inventions happen. So when AI comes along, it's like, hey, we can make storyboarding and pre-production way easier for you. I think it would be insane for a studio to not use that.
Yes.
From a financial perspective, because once again on this podcast, we've said many times, studios are creative companies, but also they have to make money.
Yes.
So when this crazy thing comes along and say, like, hey, we can make this specific part of the job way easier, I'm not super up in arms like, oh my gosh, AI is going to destroy the world. Now,
Yes.
if A24 is saying, hey, we're about to make a bunch of movies only using AI, that is a problem. That should not be a thing.
Yeah. So let me read this. This is quoted from Variety, which I will link this article. A24 and Google have struck an AI research partnership that will see the independent studio work with Google's DeepMind unit to develop new AI-powered technologies for filmmakers. They go on to say the deal is $75 million to A24. So I feel like people hear A24 and AI.
Yep.
And they're like, oh my gosh, they're about to start using AI visual effects. I don't think that's specifically what this is saying.
I also don't think A24 would do that.
Yeah, I mean, I would be shocked if they went all in on AI.
That feels like that would be a massive pivot from the public brand
Perception.
that A24 has established.
Now, there are other studios that I would say might lean heavily into AI VFX, and we'll get into that maybe at another point in this conversation. But I think I kind of agree with you, Drew, that like AI, I don't know, like structuring stuff or whatever, like all the tedious back end work that makes pre-production really difficult. Like if AI can help out with that, it's not crazy. I mean, like other studios are using it. That's where this stuff gets really hard. Is like, well, all the other studios are using it and saving money. So like at a certain point you have to keep up with the curve, right?
Right.
But the flip side of that is like, where's the originality line? I think with storyboarding specifically, I start to get concerned because, like, yes, it's not always how this works, but like a lot of time, like legitimate artists prepare visualized shots that make it into the final cut of the film.
Yeah.
And so if those previous shots are made in AI, like how much is, I mean, if the basis of your film is made with AI, like that becomes a little bit of a concern for me.
I agree.
But then again, it's human prompting. So I think my question is, where's the line? And I don't really know.
I think here is my stance as of what's today, June 24th.
Yes.
Of 2026. By the way, audience, our opinions can change, and that's okay.
Yes.
But I think if AI is helping with logistical things and not necessarily creativity, I don't really care.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem if your AI is your accountant. I'm like, I think honestly that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Like that AI is a tool, and why not use it to help you?
Yeah.
Now, if AI is coming up with cinematic shots,
that's where
that's I think that's a line that I don't want to cross.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's such a weird thing because also like we don't do filmmaking in a big production company sense.
True.
So it's hard to really know like, oh, what are they really using it for?
Yeah.
And that's like the big question mark. And so this headline seems a little more, I don't know, daunting than I think the reality is. And it's researching technology. So who knows what A24 is actually going to research and use. I think this is another distinction I thought of. There's a difference between producing films and distributing films.
True.
A24 using AI technologies does not mean every A24 released film has used AI.
Also true.
Like many films are bought at film festivals. For
Yep.
example, you could look at Talk to Me, one that was bought at a film festival.
Yep.
That was made independently. Maybe they made some changes before distribution, but like it was distributed later by A24, but an independent studio made that, and then A24 bought the distributing rights. Whereas something like Backrooms or Moonlight was produced by A24. And so not every A24 film is produced by A24, but that's something that not a lot of people know, but that's an important distinction, I feel like, for this conversation as well.
It is an important distinction. Yeah, I think that's good.
And who knows what's going to be used, like, AI-wise for marketing and stuff. I don't know. Like, this is a big unknown, and we'll have to see how it plays out, but I think some people just thought, like, A24 AI. I'm like, that's probably not the craziest thing.
There are a lot of buzzwords in this headline that will make people angry,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is probably Variety's angle, because they like clicks, and clicks make them money, so I
Yes.
don't even hate them for that. But I think inevitably, not necessarily with A24, but AI will take over creativity to some degree. And I think my fear is that it all kind of becomes the same, and we lose interesting perspective because everyone's using the same 5 AI chatbots to
Yes.
regurgitate the same information.
Yeah. I think a greater concern of mine, which I don't think is a big concern of mine right now with A24's deal,
Okay.
is that, like, what are the biggest movie costs right now?
Right.
It is VFX
Yeah.
and marketing are
Yeah.
two of the biggest movie costs right now.
Yep.
What do you think AI is about to start doing?
VFX.
VFX.
I mean, Disney literally fired like 75% of their VFX suite.
And that is a huge concern for me. Like,
Which is
I don't
crazy.
want to go to an Avengers film and be like, that's probably made using AI. Like, that's just a human prompting something.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a pretty heavy concern with specifically Disney that's what's going to happen. Like,
Yeah.
sooner than later. Which is going to put a weird pressure on actual VFX artists, and like, what do you do there? I don't know. Like, that, and then marketing, like, are all trailers going to be made with AI? How many trailers are already made with AI? I don't know. But, like, I'm sure I've seen one and I haven't even known it yet. So that's a concern.
It is. I mean, like, it's so interesting and look, I don't have any thoughts on this. I'm just kind of talking at this point. But if you're Disney and you're spending, this is a made up number, $1 billion a year on VFX, right?
Yeah.
And then this incredible tool comes along that says, hey, I can do it for 3 times less the cost.
Yeah.
If I was
but it
Bob
also
Iger,
looks significantly worse.
Not necessarily. We don't know that yet.
I do.
I mean, at this point, yes.
At this point, it does.
The
It
video
looks
with Brad
significantly
Pitt
worse.
and Tom Cruise, I think, fighting that got leaked, that looks worse than whatever.
Right.
But if I'm Bob Iger and Sam Altman, great up ChatGPT, this is completely random, right? This didn't actually happen. Sam Altman comes up and says, hey, we're developing this new tech that can make video way better than what the public has seen.
Yeah.
And I'm Bob Iger, and I'm like spending $1 billion on VFX. Like, of course I'm going to say yes.
Yeah.
Like, that is a no-brainer from a businessman studio perspective.
Right. Yeah. I think that's like the money is the difficult thing here.
Right.
But people, like the inverse of it is people are craving originality.
Yeah.
Like genuinely craving it.
True.
I am craving it. Why do you think Obsession did so well?
Yep.
Specifically Obsession.
Yeah, true.
It is a completely original film with 0 known actors.
Yep.
Like I didn't know any of their names before this movie. I didn't even really know who Curry Barker was. I think I'd seen him on Instagram maybe once. And that movie has made, what, upwards of $200 million?
I think it's at $300 million now.
That's wild.
Yeah.
My brother is going to go see it tonight.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, Loki might go with them. I want to go watch it.
But, like, that versus this whole AI conversation, it feels so different.
Yeah, it does.
And I don't know why, like, some big studios are really failing to capture the public right now. But they are.
And here's kind of my prediction for where this all will go, hypothetically. If AI continues to take over, and this is kind of my prediction in general, based on what we've seen, but I think with the rise of the internet, there's become a democratization of storytelling, which I think is very good. I think it allows creatives to rise to the top.
Yes.
Obviously, we've seen that with Obsession and Backrooms.
Yes.
If these big studios, and I'm kind of including A24 in that, really lean heavy into the AI and don't learn their lessons of like, hey, the audience wants just good stories and original storytelling.
Yeah.
And they lean into the IP and the AI and all that. Bro, the YouTubers and people with cameras and way more creative ideas are going to just dominate in the next 20 years.
Yep.
And like low-key Disney might go out of business.
Yeah, it's just like this. I mean, if anybody who really keeps up with the film industry right now knows that Disney is in a bad place. And yeah, the fact that these big IPs are being monopolized makes smaller original creations, I feel like, more valuable.
For sure.
Which again is why Curry Barker and Kane Parsons are the big talk right now in Hollywood.
And at this point, like, here's the crazy thing. You don't even have to get a studio behind you. And I know Markiplier is like a niche example because he self-funded it and he has all the money.
Yeah.
But if you have a big enough audience, you can go to theaters and say, hey, put this thing in the theater. And if audience sign a petition, they will.
So this is a good segue for our Kickstarter. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm totally
kidding.
kidding.
Making him know.
No, but it is, like, I feel like we might be on the verge of, I mean, I haven't done a ton of research on it, but in the 60s and 70s, a lot of younger people were making independent films, or they were just kind of making stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, for
Right.
example, which I'm not like the biggest fan of that movie or franchise, but like that was shot by a bunch of like just people, dudes. Like same with Blair Witch Project, and I know those are horror examples, but like you might see a new wave of underground cinema.
I mean,
that's
even
like,
kind of Star Wars.
yeah,
Just these random ideas
yeah,
that blow up in pop culture.
Well, and I think what I'm trying to get at is like the film community might be more excited about this film that got put on YouTube.
Yeah.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
And that gets passed around. Like, in, let's say 5 years, circa 2031, the film community, like the real legit film community might be more excited about that than whatever Disney or Paramount or name any studio is putting out.
Yeah.
And I don't want it necessarily to be that way, but also I don't know. Like, that seems like more of a possibility right now.
I agree.
Kind of to wrap up maybe the AI conversation, this is a bit of backstory. I've been on a Studio Ghibli kick, and their whole studio is built upon, like, hey, we're 90% hand-drawn animation. Like, we care a lot for our craft. And caring for the craft is something I'm really passionate about. In 2016, I can link the article in here as well, but Miyazaki was kind of presented this AI, like some of his coworkers presented AI to him and were like, hey, this is some of the stuff we've been able to make with this AI that's like just really weird, creepy movements that, you know, animators maybe couldn't think of, right? And this was just kind of like an idea presentation. And this is what Miyazaki said in response. He said, this is translated, I'm utterly disgusted. If you really want to make creepy stuff, you can go ahead and do it, but I would never wish to incorporate this technology into my work at all. I strongly feel that this is an insult to life itself. Like, at a certain point, who are we as humans? And I know this is not an original conversation, but I mean, Miyazaki's one of the greatest filmmakers and probably one of the most slept on filmmakers of all time. And he cares a lot for his craft. And I think that his words of someone who's been in the industry for a long time should hold some weight. I know he's not the only person to say something like that, but like, I think keeping art pure and human is really, really important.
I agree.
So that's like my little thesis statement on that.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts on AI for you?
I think I agree with you. I have not formed my thoughts completely.
It's an ongoing development.
It's definitely an ongoing development. Yeah. But yeah, I think human creativity should reign supreme. Mm-hmm. And when that gets subverted, that's a problem.
Yeah, I completely agree. Welcome back to Stole My Line, a Fireside film podcast. I'm Greg.
And I'm Drew.
Thanks for tuning in on our AI conversation. If you have thoughts on that, please
comment
let
down
us
below.
Know. Also, if you're just here and you like this conversation and like our outdoors non-AI vibe, this is a real fire, by the way. This is real. We are real. Hit that subscribe button and let us know what you think about just movies and AI and Hollywood and all the stuff. I want to segue to The Death of Robin Hood.
Which feels very anti-AI, just like...
It does.
From a cinematography angle.
Yeah, so this movie just came out.
Yep.
It did not do well.
I know.
We can talk about it, probably just spoiler talk at this point, because if you want to go see it, you can pause this video, come back after you've seen it, but we're probably going to spoil the movie and talk about it briefly. Sure, what did you think of The Death of Robin Hood?
I thought it was good.
Okay.
I have a positive opinion on this movie. I thought there were definitely some negatives. But, like, cinematography, phenomenal. Probably one of the prettiest movies I've seen this year, if not the prettiest movie.
Yes.
Score, also really incredible.
Solid. Yep.
Like, the vibe of this movie and the feeling this movie gives you is fantastic.
I agree.
The action is brutal and kind of disgusting.
Yep.
But, like, that's kind of what you sign up for.
Yeah, that's what we saw in the trailers. So.
Which is great. Like, again, the vibe of this movie is awesome.
Yes. And
that kind of adds to the gritty medieval vibe this is going for.
Yep.
Now the story is really, really, really slow.
Yeah.
But good.
Yeah.
But slow.
I think I'm lower on this movie than you are.
Yeah, I think you are.
I'm going to preface this by saying, and I told this to Drew, I think I wrote this in my Letterboxd review, this is one of the most visually cohesive movies I've seen in recent memory.
Yeah. If you're into cinematography at all, honestly, it's worth a watch.
And is it gray and gritty and not super colorful? Yes. Does it fit the vibe of the movie? Also, yes. But, like, this movie looks real. It looks like that's a world you can go into and inhabit. And there weren't almost any shots that was like, that's obviously CGI. That pulls me out of it. Yeah. Like, no, for the most part, everything looks very, very good. And, yeah, I mean, the performances were pretty good. Decent to pretty good. I think I didn't even realize that Jodie Comer or Bill Skarsgård was in this movie.
Or Noah Jupe.
He
pops up in so many movies, and I'm like, I didn't know you were here.
Yeah.
This in Hamden, I was like, oh, hello.
Yeah, gosh. But him being in this movie, I like that's the thing. The story feels a little meandering to me.
Yeah.
Like we spend a lot of time doing contemplative conversations that I feel like don't really amount to a whole lot. Now that's my personal opinion. I think Robin Hood has a progression of point A to point B. How we get there is just so slow.
It is really slow, yeah.
So I don't know. I think this movie is trying to be, I think I've said this before too, but it's trying to be a Robert Eggers, maybe David Lowery type of film.
Sure.
And it's just, it doesn't really land for me. And that's where I landed on this movie. Like, there were positives, but I don't think I would ever watch this movie again.
Yeah. I think it did land for me. I don't think this movie is, like, great. Yeah. I think that the meanderingness of the plot is a serious degrader. But I liked it. I thought the message was good. Like,
yeah.
I thought Robin's arc was decent. I thought Hugh Jackman was great.
Yeah, I think Hugh Jackman was pretty good.
Now, have we seen Hugh Jackman in this role before?
Yes.
Yes.
When he, I'm not gonna lie, when he starts caring for this young daughter,
I know.
type
I was
thing,
like,
I'm like,
did anybody watch Logan? Because this is Logan.
No, I did think that this was trying to be a bit of Logan, but way more serious.
I know, and the other thing is, like, at this point, this plot honestly, it's kind of a plot device at this point. Of the old grizzled man finds a young girl, and then his heart gets warmed. I'm like,
yes,
we have seen that
a lot,
at least twice, notably in pop culture, and Hugh Jackman was one of the times.
Yeah.
So I'm like, again, the message is good. The message is good. Like, revenge is bad. Don't murder people.
So
I can get behind that, but
I guess I have a few questions actually.
Okay.
About, well, my first question is this.
Yeah.
The action of this movie is front loaded.
It is. This is true.
And I'm not gonna lie, that threw me.
It did throw me
because I was like waiting for the big finale, and then
I
started to realize, oh, we're not getting a big finale.
We're not getting a big finale.
So what did you think about that? Like, to have all the action that was kind of in the trailers and stuff. It was just at the beginning of the movie, and that's it.
It was really first 20 minutes, and then he goes to this island.
we spend the rest of the movie on this island.
On this island.
Yeah.
I thought it's super interesting from, like, a writing perspective.
Yes.
Like, because again, the audience is waiting for someone to get murdered the whole time on the island, or at least I was. Like, I thought.
Oh yeah, totally.
That Noah Jupe was going to try to kill Hugh Jackman.
Well, and he kind of was.
But really, he was going after the daughter, which is like, fine.
Yeah, whatever.
But then that never happens, and they just kind of have a conversation, and Hugh Jackman's like, look, you don't want to continue this.
It did feel like if this was a pot of water, it was on, like, boiling.
Right, and then someone turned the heat right off.
No, not even right off. It just slowly throughout, when we were on the island, went down to simmer.
Yeah.
And then they turned it off.
And then they turned it off.
Which is okay.
Which maybe is kind of the point. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I think for me, the conversations that, I'm just going to say actor names because I don't really, like, I didn't care about the character names, but, like, Hugh Jackman has with Jodie Comer, Hugh Jackman has with the leper. I don't remember Jodie Comer's name at all.
Yeah.
Like, all those conversations, while they weren't inherent. Bridget?
Yeah. I think.
I might be ball knowledge.
And Godwin was Noah Jupe.
Sure. We'll go with that. All those conversations that are had.
Yep.
Kind of just happen. And I'm like, they don't really achieve a depth that this movie is trying to achieve. I'm like, I don't care if a conversation isn't deep. But when this movie spends like 5 minutes on a very slow conversation.
True.
That's meant to be like very contemplative and profound.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really hit that mark. That's when it's an issue for me.
I agree.
So that was my big issue with this of like, if it had really hammered home those conversations, and maybe if this movie had been 15 minutes shorter, I would have dug it more, but it didn't really land for me.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I didn't hate it. I gave it 3.5. Like, I thought it was good.
I gave it 2.5. I might be low.
Yeah, I think you are lower.
This is like the first time we've really disagreed on a movie, like big time.
Other than The Last Jedi?
Like a new movie that's come out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, but like, I think our disagreement is small. It's like you're slightly lower, I'm slightly higher.
Yeah, it's really not that big of a difference. I mean, I could have given this 3 stars. The cinematography alone warrants a watch if you're spending no money on it.
Yeah, I think this is a streaming movie for sure.
Should we do our official rating?
Yeah, okay. 3, 2, 1, streaming.
That was silly. But I do think that there's, like, visually, technically, this movie is so sound.
Yeah, agreed.
The storytelling was the issue for me. Some people might like it. Some people might hate it.
Sure.
But I will say there was another funny theater experience that we both had.
Oh, wait. I know exactly what you're about to say.
This is kind of funny because since the action is front-loaded, there was a couple that was watching this movie. Don't know why this was the movie that was picked or whatever.
Yeah, it's a weird date movie. I'm not going to lie.
They were watching this movie in, like, the front row. I just saw them when I walked in, didn't think about them. Until after all of the action at the beginning of the movie, they got up and walked out.
Yep.
Which was probably a good business decision on their part as a date night. But then the movie had no more action.
No more action.
Like,
There's
they
no more
left
violence.
after all the action.
I know.
So they were like, that movie was awful. It's so gory. Like, yes, it was, but, like, it wasn't that bad.
You didn't.
Once you watch the whole thing.
And then there's another guy.
Yes.
That every graphic moment from a violence perspective, he was like, oh.
Yeah,
oh no.
He was, like, actively reacting. And he was in the same row as us, like 4 seats down.
It was just funny.
It made it a little more entertaining for sure because he'd be anytime somebody was stabbed or something. Okay, here's the other question I have.
Okay.
Robin Hood.
Yep.
To me.
Yep.
I'm not a big history buff. I didn't really know much about Robin Hood. I watched the Disney Fox animated classic.
Yep. Great movie.
Great movie. So I thought Robin Hood was kind of just a folk legend and didn't really exist. I think he might have existed.
Okay.
But he was actually like a murderous rampager.
Okay.
Which I learned from this movie. What did you think of that subversion of the Robin Hood character for this movie?
I think it's interesting. I think it's kind of, and again, remove historical accuracy out of this. It does feel a little Disney-y, as in they have the Cruella movie with Emma Stone and whatever.
Yeah.
Of like, let's subvert our heroes.
In a funny sense, yes, it does.
Now, granted, this movie is not Disney.
No, this is
at all.
I did not get that vibe from it at all, but I see what you're saying.
But I liked it. I don't mind subverting heroes, and like if Robin Hood truly was a murderous thief,
I think it works for the movie.
I think it's great. Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking this movie might have been. I don't know. I might disagree with what I'm about to say. This movie might have been stronger if Robin Hood had used to be a hero and had fallen into this murderous rampage.
I kind of agree, actually.
And then kind of come back to redemption. I don't even know if that's true.
It could have been more interesting.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the thing. This movie just kind of is what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with it.
Yep.
But I don't know. That was the only interesting stuff I noted.
Go see it if you want to go see it. It's I would say a theater experience is not like the worst theater experience you'll ever have, but it's definitely you could wait till this comes out on streaming.
Yeah, for sure. Drew, you're at a party.
At a party? Probably not. No.
End of conversation.
This movie.
Are you staying at the party?
I'll stay at the party, but I'm not going to watch the movie.
Okay. What if like the person whose birthday it is? This is their favorite movie.
I have so many questions.
What are you doing?
This is your favorite movie. I will watch it with them. If it is a friend and they say, "Hey, I love this movie," I'll sit down and watch it with you. But only because I love you as a friend and not
because like you're really dying to watch Death of Robin Hood. Robin Hood.
I'll watch it again.
By the way, Robin Hood does in fact die in this movie.
That's true.
We can confirm here.
The Death of Robin Hood is true. It is not a clickbait title. That's
true. Yeah. What do we got coming up next, Drew?
We are doing House of Dragon currently. We are going to talk about The Bear soon. We have Supergirl this weekend. We have in July. Look, you guys, July is going to be a heater. We're doing a Spider-Man marathon. We got The Odyssey. We got Brand New Day. We have probably other stuff that's come out that we haven't thought about. We have Lanterns soon-ish. We have Doomsday and Dune and Social Reckoning and a bunch of other stuff.
Listen, we're so locked in.
We
got y'all. Hit that subscribe button. Take a break.
And enjoy a film.